Cold showers, I know it's like a popular thing right now, and I want to show you what the science says because it's pretty darn cool about how cold showers can help you do some insane things in your body, including losing visceral fat. Yeah, for 14 days, I want you to give this a go, but let me explain why this works for you. Here's a new concept you may or may not be aware of, and it's super important for those of you who are trying to lose weight. For starters, you have two types of fat. You have white fat and you have brown fat. And white fat has less mitochondria in it. And so it's harder to burn white fat. And white fat, it typically likes to build around three areas in your body. It builds around your chest. So, for women, this can be the white fat in their breast. For men who are maybe even building some man boobs, that can be all white fat, which is why it's so hard to get rid of. They don't have as much mitochondria in it. Our abdomen, visceral fat to me, visceral fat and abdominal fat are very much the same type of fat, and they're white fat. Less mitochondria. Visceral fat, of course, is the fat around your organs. And then the third place that this white fat likes to go to are your thighs.
What if I told you that burning stubborn fat doesn't require hours at the gym, strict diets, or expensive supplements, but instead, just 10 minutes of your time every morning? It sounds almost unbelievable, right? But this isn't just a theory. It's rooted in science, biology, and thousands of real-life success stories. Imagine waking up, stepping outside, and letting the power of natural sunlight work for you, melting away stubborn fat while boosting your energy, mood, and overall health. This isn't a trick or a gimmick. It's a proven, actionable habit that has transformed lives. Let me show you how it works and why it might just be the simplest weight loss tool you'll ever use. Stubborn fat is one of the most frustrating obstacles to overcome. You diet, you exercise, and yet that last layer of belly fat refuses to budge. The problem? Most of us are fighting the wrong battle. Weight loss isn't about calories in versus calories out. It's about hormonal balance. Two major players in this battle are insulin and cortisol. When these hormones are out of sync, your body stubbornly holds onto fat, no matter how hard you try. The good news? A simple morning routine involving natural sunlight can reset these hormones and kickstart your body's fat-burning engine.
Is really important for those of you that are struggling to lose weight. I want you to think this through because it's possible that you just need more brown fat and then everything you're doing is going to work for you, okay? So here's what cold showers do. First is a cold shower will help convert white fat and turn it into brown fat. How does it do that? It does that by supplying and activating more mitochondrial energy inside that white fat. So you can change white fat. It doesn't have to stay white fat, and you can turn it into brown fat so it's easier to burn. Fasting, by the way, does the same thing. Mix a cold shower with some fasting, maybe right before you go back into food, right before that break fast meal, you would do a cold shower so that you're activating and really making sure that you're getting this white fat turned into brown fat. The second thing that we know cold showers will do is they will actually start to burn more brown fat. So it's kind of like, when we have a prebiotic that kills bad bacteria but also feeds good bacteria. When I look at a shower, a cold shower, it not only converts white fat into brown fat, but it also gets your body promoting more brown fat burning because of this mitochondrial control. Now, here's something really interesting to think about, which is, okay, how cold does the shower have to be? If you're like me, this is where I went with this information. I was like, really? I'm not a fan of cold showers.
Let's break this down further. Insulin. Think of insulin as your body's sugar regulator. Insulin helps shuttle glucose into your cells for energy. Vitamin D to the rescue. Morning sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, a nutrient that's essential for improving insulin sensitivity. Studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to increased fat storage, especially around the belly. Cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It naturally spikes in the morning to help you wake up and get moving. But here's the catch. If you don't align this cortisol surge with natural sunlight, your body stays in a stressed state, which promotes fat storage. By exposing yourself to morning sunlight, you help regulate both insulin and cortisol, setting your body up for effortless fat burning. Let's talk about the magic of morning sunlight. When you step outside first thing in the morning, sunlight interacts with your body in three powerful ways. Circadian rhythm, alignment. Morning light resets your internal clock or circadian rhythm, Aligning your rhythm with sunlight ensures optimal hormone production throughout the day. Serotonin. Boost. Sunlight activates serotonin receptors in your eyes, giving you an instant mood lift. Serotonin is not only the feel-good hormone, but also a precursor to melatonin. Better sleep leads to better weight regulation. Think of sunlight as nature's way of charging your body. Without it, your metabolism, hormones, and mood can fall out of sync.
Parts of your body that you wanted to burn more fat, and see if it would just make that lateral transition of going from white fat to brown fat so that your fasting works a lot easier. Don't quote me on that. I am thinking through, like if you and I were just pontificating about a possible theory, that's a possibility. I don't know until we all try it. Let's all try it and see what we think. But the evidence is very, very clear that cold is a beautiful way to burn fat. Now you get to decide how that cold is going to be and what you're going to do to immerse yourself in those cold environments. And a couple of hacks that I'm in California, so I should not be giving anybody advice on how to weather cold, but I will tell you a cold way that I've done it when I've done ice plunges before is you put a hat on. Just put a hat on, and it kind of keeps that cold a little more tolerant. I can tell you at my house I have a sauna, and I'm actually looking forward to getting a cold plunge. I just now know if I'm trying to burn fat, I don't want to stay in there until I'm shivering. There you go. That's why cold plunges work, why cold showers work. But let's try it every day for 14 days, because it really is that ability to do it over and over and over again that you're going to see the result. Like if you go jump in a shower once and then you're like, Dr. Mindy doesn't know what she's talking about.
Here's how you can make this work for you starting tomorrow. Timing matters. The first 2 hours after sunrise are ideal for sunlight exposure. This is when UV levels are low and safe, but the light is strong enough to trigger vitamin D production. Skin exposure. The more skin you expose, the better. If you're in a private space, wear shorts and a tank top, or if you're bold and comfortable, go for full exposure. The goal is to maximize sunlight absorption. Location flexibility. If you don't have access to a backyard, a walk around your block works just as well. Grab your coffee or tea, head outside, and let the sunlight do the work. Let's address some common questions and concerns. What if I live in a cloudy or cold climate? You're not out of luck. Even on cloudy days, UV rays penetrate through the clouds, so make it a point to get outside. If it's too cold, bundle up and expose as much skin as you can safely. Can I supplement instead? While sunlight is the best source of vitamin D, what about sunscreen? Use sunscreen later in the day when UV levels are higher. For morning sunlight, short direct exposure is safe and effective. Still skeptical? Let me share some real-life success stories. One of my clients, Sarah, struggled with stubborn belly fat for years. She tried every diet, every workout, and yet nothing worked. When she added just 15 minutes of morning sunlight to her routine, the results were almost immediate. Within a week, her energy soared, her sleep improved, and she noticed a visible reduction in her belly fat. Another client, John, had been stuck in a weight loss plateau for months. By incorporating morning sunlight and aligning his hormones, he finally broke through and lost 10 pounds over the next 6 weeks. The benefits of morning sunlight go beyond weight loss. Mental clarity. Sunlight improves focus and reduces brain fog, setting you up for a productive day. Improved immune function. Vitamin D strengthens your immune system, reducing your risk of illness. Longevity. Regular sunlight exposure is linked to reduced risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to transform your mornings and your body? I challenge you to commit to 10 minutes of morning sunlight every day for the next 7 days. Pay attention to how you feel. Share your results in the comments or let me know what changes you notice. I've got some exciting insights coming up. Here's the takeaway. The simplest habits are often the most powerful. Morning sunlight isn't just a tool for weight loss. It's a tool for life. Tomorrow morning, take a moment for yourself. Step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and let the sunlight work its magic. Cheers to brighter mornings and a healthier you!